right, so let's see. I'll share that there. I'll go to Facebook and make a post. It's already written. I don't want to make.
Dude, Facebook? More like fake book, am I right? Can I get an amen from the choir, please?
Uh-huh. Amen.
Oh, Jason, you can't do that.
Why not?
Because, buddy, it's what do you call it?
What? What is it? What is it?
Racist.
No, it's not. That's a Baptist preacher.
It's racially charged. To talk like this when we talk about a church choir.
Okay.
Racially charged.
Whatever. All right. If we're good to go, let me just go to YouTube real quick. Make sure that it's all good in the hood. Just want to
All
make sure.
good in the hood. Racially charged. Try that in a small town.
All right, we're good.
Gonna be my catchphrase until that meme's dead.
Oh my god!
Try that in a small town.
That shit drives me crazy. But here we go. We'll start the episode. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Just drop that ass, bitches, open micers in the house. Pop that pussy with that open micers logo in your mouth. Jason with his bald ass head, Jacob looking inbred. Open micers, bitch, heard what I said. Drop that ass, open micers in the house. Drop that ass, pop that pussy, open micers in the house. Open micers in the house, open micers is a mouse. Drop that ass, pop that pussy, open micers in the house. The mic is now open.
That's right, the mic is now open. My name is Jason Robbins.
See, I don't know if I really look inbred, but I definitely look like I eat bread. And I'm Jacob Craig. And I do eat bread, Jason.
I eat bread too. Bread is good.
Bread is good for you. Makes you a big old chunky boy like me.
Speaking of big old chunky boy, I know you got something to yell about on this episode because you came in fired up in the
Dude,
Zoom room.
I'm fired up about multiple things.
I got
Jason,
something I'm fired up about too, but we'll let you go since you're juiced up and ready to go. Let's do this.
No, you go. We can let my juices stew, baby. I can stew in juices for 8 hours long until you can pull me apart and eat me straight off the bone, Jason. So you go ahead, buddy.
All right. So, you know this the serial killer they just picked up in Long Island.
Fucking no.
No.
What is this?
Was this new? Let me see if I can find a new serial killer.
Oh my God, Jason, we're Googling already.
Gilgo Beach. I was just trying to think of it. It's Gilgo Beach serial killer. All right, this dude they caught is like 6'4" and like 275 pounds. That's not far off from me. Okay, I'm 6'3", 230, 235. I usually fluctuate somewhere in there.
Yeah, you fluctuate between like 230 and 260, but go on.
Well, yeah, I was 260 over the over the pandemic, up from 200, but I fluctuate around 230, 235 right now.
Sure.
The way they're describing this dude on the news, like I understand he's a serial killer, but they're starting to make me feel like some kind of freak, okay?
You are.
Like I was listening to a news thing earlier on YouTube, and they're like the way they're describing this dude are like 6'4" hulking Frankenstein of a man. I'm like, he's an inch taller than me. Like, what am I, some kind of fucking freak over here, 6'3"? Like, that's making me feel some kind of way.
Yeah, dude, you are.
I am not a freak.
Yes, you are, dude. You're a giant bald man.
But
like, what?
It's
Are
okay.
You what?
So people, I admit I'm a tall guy. I am a tall guy. I bust my head on everything because I live in a world built for Oompa Loompas. I hit my head on everything. And then now all these little Oompa Loompas are going to start calling me names because of this serial killer. Like the way they're describing this guy, they literally said on a news broadcast, the 6'4" hulking Frankenstein of a man. I'm like, fuck you, all of you fuckers. Like, go eat shit. Just because the guy is a serial killer, don't throw all of us tall dudes under a bus. Just because you haven't broken 5.5 feet.
Well, I feel like we don't get this like the rest of the country gets it because we're in the South. We got some big old boys down here.
Yeah, I'm actually small for being in the South. Like, I go out into the world, I feel relatively small because dudes down here are built different. Like, most of them are like just big hulking, country boys that just like they've been eating, like pigs and corn their entire life, and they're huge dudes.
Yeah, I mean, like I would be considered fairly large anywhere else in the country, I feel like, but I'm like sort of average height for here. I'm 6 foot even, but I'm just wide as a literal doorway. If I stood in your doorway, if I stood in a hockey goal, you wouldn't be able to make a shot on me, Bubba. I take up the whole door.
Maybe you missed your calling, man. You could have been like a star athlete if you would have went out for the hockey team.
Maybe. To this day, every time I run into Two Real, who is a local comic here on the coast, he says to me, "We need to get you on the offensive line, Bubba. We need to get you on the fucking line because you're wide. I cannot go around you."
Yeah. I mean, you're a pretty wide guy there, Jacob. I will admit that. If you were I'm being totally serious. Like, if you could ice skate, you would be a hell of a goalie.
Yeah. See, that's my hang up is ice skating. Because guys this big, we don't belong on ice.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I could play Pluto in Disney on Ice. You know Pluto?
Yeah.
Not Pluto. Not Pluto.
You wouldn't be Pluto. You'd be like Ursula.
Who's the guy? The villain. The villain. Who'd you say?
I said Ursula.
Pete. I was thinking of Pete.
Pete. Oh, yeah, Pete.
Yeah, dude, I could play Pete on Disney on Ice. It's the giant freaking fat idiot. I bust my ass and all the kids die laughing.
Yeah.
I bust my ass one more time and everyone on Disney
seriously,
on Ice
like,
fucking dies.
Am I justified in my feelings on this matter?
No, dude, you're not. You're not justified.
Why?
The marginal height of everyone in this country is 5'8".
I understand that, but they have to make it sound like that I'm a freak of nature because I'm over 6 feet tall. Yeah, like, dude, I'm a giant hulking Frankenstein of a man.
Look, the fact of the matter is, if me or you either A, got mad enough, or B, just got rid of any mental block in our heads that make us like whatever good people we are, we could definitely snap a woman's spine with our bare hands.
Yeah, but I would never do that.
I know you wouldn't, but you definitely could.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Dude, more than likely.
I've tried to snap a bird's neck one time, and it took like a long time. Like, I was bothered. Like, and I didn't just do it to do it. I did it to put a bird out of its misery, and the only thing I had was my hands. Because there was a cat one time that was playing with this bird. It tore a wing off, and I didn't want the bird to suffer, so I had to snap its neck. That was hard to do, and that was a bird. I couldn't do that to a human.
Birds really are built different, though.
I don't know.
Birds are fucking built different, dude. They're compact.
Did not want to die. And I apologized to him. I was like, dude, I don't want to do this, but you're not going to recover from this. Like, you're not going to regrow a wing, so I'm just going to put you out of your misery so that you can go live in birdie heaven.
Dude, that's when you just go full Jason Voorhees and grab it by its little bird legs and smash it against a freaking tree.
I didn't have a tiny little sleeping bag to put it in to smash it up against the tree.
Tiny little sleeping bag, zip it up. Just stomp on it. stomped it to death.
Oh my god, this is horrible. Like this is bringing up so many bad memories because I did not want to have to kill that bird, and I had to. And literally, dude, I was literally crying because I did not want to kill that bird, but that was the only thing I could do was snap its neck, and like it scarred me. Like I think about it all the time. Like it was horrible.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Do you think you could kill a person easier than you could kill another bird?
I mean,
like mentally and physically.
Like maybe if I had like a hammer and smash somebody's skull in, yeah.
No, dude, bare hands, just like you did the bird.
I don't know. I mean, if I was really mad, like if somebody was like, if it was me or them, like I had this hulking 6'4" Frankenstein of a man trying to kill me. I could probably break his neck if I wanted to. Like I would have some like a serious adrenaline going through my body at that point.
But in terms of like the mental turmoil afterwards, like you think you'd be good or no?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't want to kill anything.
I don't know, dude. I feel like I could kill. I feel like I got it in me.
Well, this podcast is going to be used as evidence someday.
Yeah,
for
right,
the Jacob
dude.
Craig murder trial.
Instead of rap lyrics, it's just podcast episode.
I'm gonna be sitting in a courtroom, and they're gonna be like, "Mr. Robbins, did Jacob Craig really has this audio been doctored in any way?" And I'll have to be like, "I'll be under oath. I'll have to be like, yes, sir. He said these things on a podcast to thousands of people that are gonna hear this."
You have to be like, yes, sir. I only took out 3 N-words. It's not doctored at all. It's just edited a little bit. Our numbers are going to go up by like 10%. We're going to be like, oh my God, is there an Open Micers RICO case against us right now? Is the FBI listening? Are they
Dude, if we get on the FBI list, we're going to be like one of the most popular podcasts on the planet.
They're gonna have to start at like episode 1, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, top 5 lists! Who thought that was a good idea?"
some poor paralegal is gonna have to listen to every single one of these.
Bastard. Dude, there are people who do that for fun.
Ugh.
That are listening right now.
Why are people listening to this for fun? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, dude, turn this off.
Go do
We're
something
talking about
constructive.
stomping on birds, bro. Go get a life. Go get laid.
Go do something constructive with your day. What are you doing?
Get out of my face, dude. I know this was supposed to be Ian Bag, but just go do something else. Go away.
Oh, man.
This was supposed to be Ian Bag, by the way, which he asked to reschedule for next week.
Yeah. Andy Yui in the chat room says he'll be on the coast this fall. Is the Juke still doing open mic? Yes, every Tuesday at the Juke Joint at 8 p.m. at the Juke Joint in Ocean Springs. Open mic.
Yeah, I don't think that's going away anytime soon.
From here to eternity.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, probably the longest running show in Mississippi for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Probably on the whole coast.
I would think so. I mean, it's been going on for at least, 4 years now, solid. And they don't do
longer than that, dude. It's been going on longer than I've been doing comedy.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. It stopped for a little while they changed people.
Well, they changed hands, but I mean, it literally just got bounced around from like whoever is the best guy on the coast.
Yeah.
Like it went from like Derek Copswa to Brian King to Krangus for a little bit, then Jacob Reynolds, then Krangus came back, and then I was doing it, and then Krangus is doing it again.
So yeah, it'll still be here. So when you get down here, definitely check that out.
Oh yeah. I tried to get us a replacement guest tonight, Jason.
Yeah, I know.
I tried.
It's hard to get a guest last minute. I tried to hit up a couple of podcasters, but they couldn't do it on such short notice.
Well, my thing is, dude, like I know and meet so many like new open micers who have like begged me to come on my podcast, and I say, yes, I will have you on my podcast. I just need to know that you'll still do comedy for a few months after you do my podcast. Like, I'm not going to have you on the first month you're doing comedy.
Well, we need
Like,
to
I want
have
to know.
we need to also have a questionnaire for any new open mic
Yeah,
comics that want to be on the show. Like, are you a flat earther? Are you mentally stable enough that you're
Yeah.
not going to threaten our lives if we have to cancel on you or something?
It was like, dude, but I forgot because we haven't had like a local open micer guest in forever. We've had on Mark and Simon, we've had on some musicians, but we haven't had on like a local comedian in a while. And I forgot how like uncommitted some local comics are, where they're like, come on a national podcast that could possibly like change my life and put actual eyes on me. No, thank you. I'll go do a date night. Okay, man, that's your choice. That's what you want to do. You're not going to make it in comedy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, Andy says he'll zoom in, but we'll get in touch with us about doing about coming on the show, and we'll get you scheduled in tonight. We're just pretty much doing rant night tonight. I know Jacob came in hot. I'm ready to hear what Jacob's got.
Let's talk about the blacks. Anyways.
What? What?
Try that in a small town.
Oh, my God.
What, Jason? I've been making that joke left and right. We went to Walmart the other night.
I'm just saying, do people not understand that they're being manipulated? Marketing manipulation over that shit. Did they not realize that's what that is?
Being manipulated. Try that in a small town.
Yeah, try that in a small town, asshole.
Dude, I went to the Loosedale Walmart the other night, which is just this nice little country boy hole in the wall oasis of a Walmart. I love it.
Sounds
and
lovely.
It's one of the only Walmarts I've ever walked into in the last couple years where there's more than 5 cashiers. It's mostly cashiers than self-checkouts. And I walked in and I was like, yeah, dude, self-checkouts? Try that in a small town. Not going to fly, buddy. You think you're going to make me work for your company? Not a chance. Anyways, I am heated, Jason. Do you want to hear why I'm actually really heated?
Yes, please.
I was a little mad about the guest that I texted who didn't come on because of his little date night. But look, I get that. You're an open micer. You don't know any better. You're a little baby in the womb of comedy. I understand. You don't know. I'm mainly upset because I got the crap beat out of me by a mentally challenged person today.
Okay. What happened?
So I work with the special needs, as people may remember from the podcast. Mm-hmm. And this is a new school year, so I have a whole new class. And there's one kid who is so bad that his seat is at a table next to me within arm's length. Like, he is a flight risk, high crisis, just a monster of a little person.
Is he a hulking Frankenstein of a child?
No, little dude with like a rat tail. He has like a rat tail going down his back.
What is up with the kids and the rat tails? Like, why is rat tails coming back? Didn't we establish in the 80s that rat tails were a bad idea?
You would think it would be easier for his mom to not give him a rat tail and to just like buzz his head or whatever. But yeah, dude, so I have to ride the bus with him at like 2:00, and they buckle him in, and he's on the bus. There's a pad by the window so that he can't break the window, and he like can't hurt himself. Mm-hmm. And so they buckle him in there, and I ride with him, and we go and drop him off at his mom, and then we come back, and that bus grabs all the rest of the kids that they need, which is a ridiculous thing to have to do, by the way. So it's almost time to get on the bus, and he's eating a snack, and he's just sitting there. And he starts banging his head on the fucking table. Just bang, 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 3 times in a row. And I look at him, and I'm like, hey, cut it out. Calm down. It's almost time to get on the bus. We're not doing this today. And I'm wearing a hat, and he puts his head on the brim of my hat. And I'm like, get out of my face. Like, you're not doing this. Because I can't do anything to him, and he knows it. Like, I can't get in his face. I can't, bang his head on the table again, like Batman style. I can't do that. And so he gets out of my
pencil disappear.
Yeah, right, dude. And so he gets out of my face, and he's sitting there just like rocking back and forth with a bag of Fritos in his hand. And he just starts punching me. He starts beating the crap out of me.
So how old is this kid? Like, just give us
16.
an idea. 16, and how much does he weigh?
I mean, he's got a belly on him, but he's pretty skinny. Probably weighs about 130, 140.
So enough to where like a punch is gonna hurt. This isn't like a little kid.
No, he punched me, dude. He's beating the crap. He punched me several times. And usually he just slaps at people, right? He just slaps at them. And you're like, no, don't do that. And that's what he's done every time until this time. He was like, I'm tired of big boy. And I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of him. He just started punching me in the arm over and over again. And then he hit me with a kidney shot.
Oh!
He punched me in the side. And I was like, holy crap, dude. Who taught you how to box?
So what? I mean, I know you're. I mean, how do you control a kid like that?
You don't. You just send him home, but it was time for him to go home anyways. His mom had to come get him.
Yeah, but I mean, don't you have to like get him on the bus, strap him in? Like, but if he's going crazy and punching, like, what do you do at that point?
We took him to the little padded room that we have at the school. We have a padded room where they can go in there and just be crazy and they won't hurt themselves. And then we called his mom. We're like, hey, you have to come get your freaking kid because he's crazy.
You guys don't have like a tranquilizer gun or something like that?
I wish,
like
dude. I need to invest. I need to invest, dude, in a horse trank gun.
That's all you need. One good horse tranquilizer. Just put him down for the rest of the afternoon.
What I need to just buy some Xannies and just start dissolving them in people's waters. Just put a whole bar of X in there, dude.
Hey, kids, it's Kool-Aid time.
Yeah, right. Call me Jim Jones, baby. Everybody drink the Kool-Aid. That's why I was mad, dude. I got beat up today.
I mean, I know you're mad, but are you mad more at the fact that you couldn't hit him back?
Oh, dude, so much. Because my first instinct was left hook. That was my first instinct. It was like, all right, he's open for a left hook. I had to be like, wait a minute, I need insurance.
So what happens if instinct takes over one day and you just haul off and just punch the shit out of him?
Well, I would say that I would get fired, but people have done horrible things to these children and have only gotten 3-day suspensions. So, but I'd probably get fired.
And I'm not condoning this in any way. Like I'm just asking.
Dude, heat of the moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like heat of the moment, you're just like kids beating the shit out of you, and you're just like instinct takes over. And like you say, you just give him like good left hook to the fucking temple. Just put him down.
Well, he would stop hitting me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he
wouldn't hit me anymore. I'd have to just be like, everybody be cool. No one say anything.
Lunchtime. Let's go.
Yeah, right. Time for bus calls. Let's go early. Let's roll it. Everyone out. Yeah, dude, I got the crap beat out of me. It's like think of it like a regular teacher. If like a high school, like 16, 17-year-old kid just gets up, like we've seen these videos online and like these inner city schools with a 17-year-old, like he got his phone taken away. So he gets up and just starts boxing the freaking teacher.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I grew up in the 80s and 90s where teachers were allowed to, knock the shit out of you if you got out of line.
I wish, dude.
Because, like, I'll tell you, actually, I meant to bring this up because if you ever listen to if anybody out there listens to the Old Rob podcast, he talks about the same high school that I went to. And he talked about this teacher named Mr. Davis, who I actually enjoyed his class. And I remember the first day of school, I was in 9th grade. I just went from the junior high to the high school. It was my first day in social studies class. and this is Mr. Davis's class, and some of these kids are acting up in class. So Mr. Davis pulls a freaking revolver out of his desk, sets it on the desk, and is just like, anybody want to fuck with me? It's like, no, let's learn, everybody.
Yeah, dude. Let's learn what X equals today.
And they knew he had that gun. They knew he had that gun in the desk. Like, he had that gun in the desk when my mom went to the Iberville High School back in like the early 70s.
Ugh.
And I guess he was allowed to keep it, because I mean, imagine being, a black teacher at a deep southern high school, like in the late 60s, early 70s. Like,
yeah, dude, try that in a small town.
Yeah, try that in a small town, asshole.
Do you want to solve for X, or do you want to become X?
Well,
Which one, buddy?
I can imagine it was like, you're going to be packing if you're him. Like, I would.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
That's the environment I grew up in. teachers packing every day on the way to school. You're not fucking with the teachers who are having a 6-shooter in their fucking desk.
I'm packing, just not a gun. Let's go.
Hey-oh.
I'm packing lunches. Let's do it. I'm eating. I'm fat. Oh.
So I
don't know, buddy.
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about? We got like 7 minutes. We cut it a little short.
Yeah, I don't know. That was that one thing was the only thing that bothered me. I've actually had some other stuff that have been bugging me to talk about, and now I can't think of them. Now that I'm on the spot.
I've been doing a lot of cool podcasts lately.
I see
been
that.
Guesting on some pods.
Every time I look at the calendar, it's like, oh, we're recording this night. Oh no, that's Jacob on somebody's podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should make that clear to you, but
yeah.
I'm a bad friend. Anyways, yeah, I've been on the Boys in the Woods podcast. You guys should check out that pod. They're a couple pretty cool guys. They've been on the Apple Top 150 like 3 or 4 different times, and they're just like some wild dudes who they claim that they're being censored left and right because they have far right ideals. And I think that's absolutely hilarious to think that, like, genuinely. So I will keep appearing on their podcast because I think that's fucking so funny that you actually believe you're being censored.
Yeah,
by people.
Who's censoring you?
According to them, everybody. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, dude, this is great. This is hilarious. I talked to them on the pod, and I was like, yeah, dude, like, I'm politically illiterate, so I have no like dog in the fight. Like, you guys can be super right wing, like, I don't care. That just means I get to say whatever I want on this podcast. And like, I mentioned to them, they're like, yeah, my podcast on Open Micers is like super liberal. They're like, yeah, you ever like fuck with him about what he thinks? I'm like, nah, dude, I don't care. Like, what are you talking about?
I wouldn't say I'm super liberal. I'm pretty liberal. I mean, if I was in LA right now, I would be like right wing. They would consider me right wing if I was like in LA right now.
For down here, you're extremely liberal.
Well, yeah, because I'm surrounded by idiots. I mean, walk outside my apartment complex and you'll see people with like fucking like shit wrapped around, like Trump shit wrapped around their fucking Ford F-350s. And it's like, you have a serious fucking mental problem is what your problem is.
Yeah, dude, they have try that in a small town bumper stickers.
Dude, I was behind this truck yesterday. It was like an F-250 or 350, whatever. I don't know trucks. It was a big truck, a big red truck. And it had this.
Okay, buddy, can you draw me a picture of it?
And it was a big. Crayons? It was a big red truck, is what it was.
Okay,
and,
fire truck.
On the back window was this sticker. This sticker that was all on the back window, and it said, forgot exactly what it said, but it said, "My pronouns are fuck around and find out." And I'm like,
that's a good bumper sticker.
What do you mean? Like, you not know?
That's a good bumper sticker, dude.
Yeah, but that's not what pronouns are. First off, and two, like, are you really that? I mean, are you really that mad about like? And that when they're trying to take pronouns out of schools, like teaching pronouns. I'm like, how does English class work after that, you fucking idiots?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I definitely had an English teacher who, like, throughout the whole year, she was like, because anytime you go into colleges, it's like the same rhetoric. Like, you can't have even like moderate ideals in colleges anymore. It's like, it's all liberal jargon just kind of being shoved in your face. At least that was my experience. And this teacher was just like, yeah, I don't refer to anyone as they, them, because that's not correct, like grammatically. So I don't do it.
But
It's like,
pronouns,
there's not two of you.
but pronouns are still a thing. That's what
Yeah.
they, them are. And you have to teach it as part of language. Just because you don't agree with people calling themselves they, them doesn't negate the fact that they, them, that pronouns are an essential part of the English language.
True, Jason. But here is where we get into the meat of the problem.
No, the meat
Yes,
of the problem is when you have a big fucking thing on the back of your truck that says, my pronouns are fuck around and find out. Like, you know what that means to me? That you are an insecure fucking little white guy that believes the entire world is against you, but yet you're driving a $50,000 fucking truck down the road. Like, what the
That's
fuck is
racist.
wrong with you?
You were just being racist, Jason.
What? Against who?
That could have very well have been a proud black man driving that truck.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You don't know, dude. Down here, it could have been a Vietnamese man.
Well, that's
He could
true.
own a gas station. You don't know. But here's the thing. So yeah, we have to teach pronouns, obviously. Like, it's a part of grammar. But when it's grammatically correct to grammatically incorrect to refer to someone's pronouns, like my teacher had a problem with. So someone wants to be referred to as they, them, but they're not two people. It's just this one person. So it would be grammatically incorrect to call them they, them. What do you do in that instance? Do you teach the proper grammar, or do you respect their pronouns?
I mean, that's not my point.
But that's my point, Jason. That's what I want to talk about right now. I want to ask the hard question.
Here's the thing. The English language is fluid. Do you think they all languages change over time? Do you think we're still speaking the same English
dude.
English, quote English, that they were speaking in the 1700s?
Since
Or hell,
Shakespeare, yeah.
I mean, even if we went back, we wouldn't understand what the fuck each other's talking about. I don't look, I'm an English major. I was an English major and I was a literature major, and I still don't know what the fuck Shakespeare was talking about half the fucking time.
I was an illiterature major, and we're still speaking Shakespearean English right now. That's like what we're speaking.
And see, here's the thing. I don't give enough of a shit what people call themselves because, I mean, okay, Garth Brooks. Okay, here's a good example.
Let's not.
No, here's a good example. Garth Brooks made an alter ego called Chris Gaines.
Yeah.
Okay? And everybody's like,
Right.
okay, well, we'll call him Chris Gaines. What's the fucking difference between calling Garth Brooks Chris Gaines or calling other people by whatever the fuck they want to call themselves?
Eyeliner. That's the difference, Jason. It's all eyeliner.
It don't you think Snoop Dogg is his real fucking name? No.
It fucking better be. At this point. If not, it's going to be my legal name because I'm changing it right
So
now.
why does it bother people so much when people want to be called whatever they want to be called? And to make we're not going to teach pronouns in our school. Well, okay, you don't have fucking language then. What are you going to teach?
Arithmetic. They're going to teach.
Hey, math
2,
is
4, 6, 8, 10,
math.
12.
Sir, math is the language of the universe. Don't go there.
Don't talk like Neil deGrasse Tyson to me, dude. What was I going to say? Oh, I mean, yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Like, it's no different than if someone was like, hi, my name is Susan. I would prefer you called me Susie.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no difference. I get it.
My
I wanted to fill a few minutes of airtime with a debate on grammar.
My social media handle is jfunktastic. And sometimes when I go do things like at the comic conventions or whatever, I will put at JFunktastic on my tag, and that's what people refer to me as, at JFunktastic, because that's how you find me. Like, is that going to anger the hillbillies when I put at JFunktastic? Because that's not my name. It's my preferred name when I go to places like a convention or something.
I get it, dude. When I was a kid, my dad called me Nancy all the time. I would let my fingernails get really long, and he'd say, "It's time to cut them or paint them, Nancy." And then and you know what I would say? "Let's paint them, old man." And he'd make me cut my nails.
You know, my uncle called me Sport for like 20 years.
Yeah.
It wasn't my choice. I didn't tell him to call me Sport, but that's what he called me, and I accepted it. I'm okay with that. If you want to call me Sport, go right ahead.
Okay, Sport.
Yeah, call me Sport.
My kid calls me the big one.
Well, you are, Jacob. You're the big one.
I stayed home and watched her for like 40 days or however long the summer was. And we explained to her, like, hey, Daddy's not going to be watching you anymore. He has to go back to work. You're going to be staying with someone else. And she's like, I'm not staying with the big one? Nah, you're not.
You know what? I'm going to call this episode The Big One.
The big one.
Not
I feel like that's like a Sonic corn dog or something. The big one, only 99 cents every Tuesday at Sonic. We serve bad food.
Yeah. But why is like this country music guy, who the fuck is he that did that song, Try That in a Small Town? Like
Jason Aldean.
First off, he didn't even write the fucking song.
Try that in a small town.
Yeah, try that in a small town. Can we just admit that country music hasn't been any good since like the 80s?
Dude, you want to admit that country music hasn't been good since the 80s? Try that in a small town.
Yeah, try that in a small town. Look, country music is just the worst. And I hate it when people use it as some sort of like rallying cry for like their right wing, whatever bullshit they're pulling out. I don't like it. I hate it, and it drives me crazy. And I'm done with politics and how divided people are, and I'm just over it. And they don't understand like that whole thing is a marketing ploy. Like this whole thing has been manufactured, and they're falling for it.
Try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town. Well, should we call it The Big One or Try That in a Small Town?
Try that in a big one.
All right, try that in the big one. I like it.
I think we did a podcast, Jason.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we did it.
I've kind of run out of steam on things to be angry about right now.
We did it all by ourselves, buddy.
Yeah, we did.
No thanks to Ian Bagg. No thanks to an open micer. No thanks to a special needs child who wants to beat the shit out of me. No thanks to any of them.
Who's our next guest, though?
I believe our next guests are going to be Austin Church and Ben Compton on the same damn episode, Jason.
That's awesome.
Very awesome.
That's going to be a great
And
show.
I did that to give local comics shots on our podcast because I thought for sure we were going to have Jake from Joke World and Ian Bagg, and then they both decided to flake on us. Look at them.
So we do have to do our extra content for Patreon before the month is out.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, are you free at all this weekend? I'm going to call Burger King and see if they'll make the giant cheeseburger for you. And if they say yes, do you want to go to Burger King and eat a giant nothing but cheeseburger?
Only if they can make me 3 of them.
Well, I mean, that's probably going to be really expensive.
We'll see how much it is. I mean, really, they're charging us for bread and 20 slices of cheese. How expensive could it be?
Yeah, but you think about it. They charge you like $1 for extra cheese. So they're probably going to charge you like $1 a slice.
So what if we're like, charge whatever you have to for this, and if it's low enough, we'll give you a tip.
Okay.
We'll try to finesse them. I don't know. Get in contact with the local Burger King. Do some legwork for us.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll give him a call tomorrow evening and see if I can get a hold of the manager. Be like, hey, we want to come in and eat that giant-ass Thailand cheeseburger.
And if anyone has any connects with the king, let us know.
And we'll do that for the extra content. We'll make Jacob give himself constipation.
If we can't do that, then we should just go to the store and buy a bunch of bread and cheese, and I'll eat 3 of them.
I mean, we can do that too. I just wanted it to be officially sanctioned. Big Burger King Whopper Super Cheeseburger or whatever the hell they called it.
If we can't get hooked up with the king, if the king's too busy, we'll just make our own.
All right, we'll do that. If the king's too busy, I will make you 3 super cheeseburgers.
Thank you. I will eat all 3 of them like I promised.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No.
I mean, one's good. I mean, one is a good video for Patreon.
I fucking said 3. I'm gonna do 3.
I guess we could leave it up to the patrons. If you want a video of Jacob eating 3, let us know. Or if you think one's good enough, because we gotta start worrying about your health at some point.
Dude, if I die, I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's leave. Let's do it.
Let's
get out of here.
So, anything else? Anything I want to throw out there before we leave? I know on August 4th through the 6th is Frets for Pets at the Juke Joint in Ocean Springs. My band Falls from Grace is going to be playing on Saturday night to be exact. So just go to facebook.com/fretsforpetsms. And that'll take you to their page. You can get tickets beforehand, so go do that. And it's going to be really fun. And it's for the Humane Society. We're going to be taking care of our furry friends. They need help and money. So and it's something we do every single year, and it's really cool to do. It's really fun. So go check that out. Facebook.com/fretsforpetsms.
Yeah, for me, I mean, you guys just check out our blog on our website, OpenMicers.com. I've been posting at least 1 blog post a month. I'm probably doing 2. They've been doing some pretty good numbers, and a lot of them are about comics that I feel like you should be keeping an eye on. So if you want some new comics to follow, go check out those articles. Go give those comics a follow. And I'm putting my screenplay on the back burner for the moment until I can spring for a yearly subscription of Final Draft, because I feel like I'm at the point where if I don't put it into Final Draft now, it'll hurt me in the long run. So I'm stopping that until I can get the $100 whatever yearly subscription.
Yeah, it's really worth it to get Final Draft. It makes everything so much easier.
Yeah. I need to do it right now while I'm only like 10 pages deep.
Yeah.
And we got
trying to import that from a Google Doc into Final Draft is going to be a giant pain. So just do it when you're only a couple of pages in.
Yeah, that's the plan right now. So you guys don't look for that on the Patreon. We've got plenty of features coming up, extra features, and we've got really good guests coming up next month. Kind of a family month next month, guys. We've got Neil Rubenstein returning to talk about his special dropping, Have Some Dignity. And we've also got a couple of other really cool, fun guys. You know, not the biggest name. There are no Ian Baggs, but we don't need Ian Bagg, do we, Jason? We need some cool, solid comics.
Because you know what? We need. We got Neil Rubenstein coming back on the show. Dude's awesome. You know, we had Dave Stolen on a couple of weeks ago. So if you don't want to be on a podcast with that tier of comedians, then you're not ready. You're not ready for the Open Micers podcast.
You can't handle the mic.
You know, all we want is the cream of the crop. Yeah.
I'll see you at the Thunderdome.
I think we're getting goofy, so it's time to go.
Silly goose time. Let's leave.
Just
play the music, Jason.
All right, here we go.
Hit the button that plays the music. For the love of God.
Email. I was going to see how long it took you before you started going crazy. OpenMicersPodcast@gmail.com. OpenMicers.com. And also our Linktree is Linktree/OpenMicersPodcast. That's where you go find all of our stuff. And, of course, just go leave us a review on all podcasting platforms. And we love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Outro music. Try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town, asshole. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching on YouTube. And Andy, if you're still listening, get a hold of us, and we'll get you on the show. Send us a reel if you got some stuff you want to throw out there, and just get a hold of us. OpenMicersPodcast@gmail.com. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you next week.